Hey, managers' roles are changing as a result of this hybrid work, and there's been a lot of work done by Microsoft specifically. They've done studies of their own staff. They've done studies of 30,000 people around the world in terms of their expectations, and it looks like a handful of things are really changing as a result of this. One of the stories, and I talked about this in the Today Show last week, was Microsoft looked at, let's see, 150,000 plus of their own employees and found that the connectedness, which is a metric that they get from their pulse surveys, had gone from 93% to 71% over the last 6 months or so. And they were like, we appear to be doing the right thing. So why are people feeling less connected? And one of the things they said is our data tell us that employees need us as managers to focus on the basics first, like work-life balance and prioritization, before we start to do the really fun things like a virtual happy hour and those kind of things. Those things accentuate it, but we have to take care of that, each individual's work-life balance. How do we help them to do that in prioritizing their work? Because those are two of the hardest things as we've come home. What are you finding as you work with, you have a fair number of people you work with at Starbridge, plus how is that going? Are we doing a good job, or are we learning a new set of skills in order to keep people connected?
That's a great question. And it is something that I asked my folks at Boston Children's when I started, because it's all virtual. I'm virtual into June. There is a group that's trying to figure out the return to work plan. Apparently, this group of IT folks, they call the department ISD. I often forget to say ISD, I just say IT. You know what I'm talking about. They were doing a lot of remote work before the pandemic, so they were pretty used to it. But this is going on a very long time. So I think the work-life balance issues are that much more critical. And this is a great survey. I went over it last night in preparation for talking today, as they break down the respondents between men and women, ages, married, single. I think we can get into that. It's not one story for everybody in terms of how this has impacted them, the work from home situation, and specifically the work-life balance. You work from your home office and it's always there. You have to be able to step away from it at a certain point.